Okay, is this influence? I believe most people see these videos, right? Yeah? Have you seen this one? Yeah? Donald Trump. Yeah? They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay? If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, become more, you are a leader. Okay? Yeah? Okay. So finally, there are two things that I want to say to you. The first one is everyone has 3 time zones actually. Yeah? So you have the current position, now you are here, but you have the future. You are poor of your future. Very poor. Yeah? But you you don't have much experience actually today. But you have the future. You will be the future of this nation. Okay? But some people has their past. I'm so rich with my past, but I'm poor with my future. You are poor of your past. You don't have much experience, but then you will be rich with your future. Why? Because you have another 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, maybe 100 years. Okay? I already here. Maybe I have only 10, 20. I don't know. But you have more than me for future. Okay? But the problem is, for some people, they live now, but they bring the past for deciding, experimenting, thinking about something by using their past. Yeah? So people in the future create something, exploit something, not for doing it in the future, but they bring it today. Like Kennedy. Kennedy was assassinated. He was killed in 1963. But in the 1963, he sees something in the future. And he says something like this one. His vision is to land a man to the moon and bring them back safely on the earth by the end of this decade at the time. Yeah? 1963, to land a man to the moon. And nobody believed that we can go to the moon. Yeah? So think about the future. Yeah? By the end of this decade. He saw it, he say it in the year of 1961. Yeah? The first man went to Bulan, to the moon, what year? 1960? 60? The first man went to the moon, Neil Armstrong. What year? Tahun berapa yun? What year? Huh? No. 68 or 68 or 69. Something like that. Yeah? Okay? Neil Armstrong was there. But his promise is true, right? By the end of this decade. And bring them back safely to the earth by the end of this decade. Yeah? Why do we need to go to the moon? His statement.
Why some say the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
If you set a goal, do you want to set an easy goal or a hard goal? The hard one or easy one? Easy one? Hard one? Why easy? Why hard? Why hard? Is it any microphone? Please. Would you mind to say it again? With microphone, please. Yeah.
I think when we set a higher goal, we usually achieve something less than that. So if we achieve a lower goal, we would achieve lower thing than that. So it's for me, it's better to set a higher goal.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's to determine your how high that you will achieve. Yeah, okay. Why an easy one? Siapa? Okay. Uh, Fitria. Okay, Fitria. Where do you come from?
Okay, thank you. So, in my perspective,
Fitria, where do you come from?
I'm West Borneo,
Borneo. Which
Pontianak.
part?
Pontianak.
Oh, Pontianak. Okay,
Yeah.
please.
In my perspective, that I have to choose the easy one because I think everything in my life is need to start from step by step. Imagine that if I have to jump into the 20 meters rather than in 1 meters, it will be so easy to me to take a 1 meters by step and reach the highest top that is 20 meters. That's for me.
So you achieve one by one.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's like ranging from the easy, medium, and the hardest.
Okay, but
like that.
still you want to get the hard one, the better
Of
one.
course, in the
better.
process of the
Okay.
time.
It means that you will be more realistic.
Yeah.
You set the realistic goals, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Dylan?
Yeah. So I agree with Fauzan's opinion about reaching higher goals. Why? Because like John F. Kennedy said just now, by putting our mindset into a high goal, we will be pushing ourselves into giving our maximum effort and energy, whether it can be reached or not. Because along the way, we will instinctively and naturally set fewer goals or preliminary goals before achieving that goal. So I think that putting a high goal in the first place is a important step.
Okay, Kennedy said that one nations cannot be great nations until they want to achieve hard goals. Yeah, that we know that is very hard, but without willingness to set the higher one, the hardened one, so you cannot be a good nation, something like that. He want to say something like that. At the time, nobody believed that we can go to the moon. Nobody believed on it. Yeah, but whenever you can do it, and all the energy will be focused on that area, they will collaborate, and finally they will control the technology. Yeah, the technology, Air Force, satellites, yeah, and anything there. That's because of Kennedy 1961. Because idea, one person. Yeah, if you have idea, it doesn't mean that you have to achieve. You have to do it yourself. You have to ask people, inspiring people, asking other people to help you to achieve your goals. Actually, most people only want to do it themselves, and he doesn't achieve. She doesn't achieve. Yeah, that's why you need to collaborate. You need to set the target, the goals, and working with others. That's very important. Yeah, that's why today there are many people, there are much people who cannot achieve because they only study in the school and they don't know how to collaborate with others. Yeah, that's also part of learning actually. Okay? Okay, that's Kennedy. So the time zones, there are 3 time zones here. Yeah, the past, the present, and the future. The present, the future, and the past. So for some people, they bring the future not for doing it in the future, but they bring it today for doing it now. The so-called disruptions. Disruptions happens whenever some people, especially the young people, exploit the future, not for doing it in the future, but they do it now. Bring the future today, and while others face that situation by this one. Bring the yesterday to today. For some people, the future, yesterday, for some people, tomorrow is today. But for others, yesterday is today. You cannot escape from the past, and then you will be trapped there, and then you will be suffering. The same like taxi, conventional taxi against the online taxi. Conventional retail against the online retails. Today, the conventional retail suffer by declining their business about 20% between January to June, 20%. While online retails during Harbolnas, what is Harbolnas? Hari Belanja Online Nasional. Who did it? Who did buy something on Harbolnas here? Shopping? Who did shopping through online in this class? Online for anything, anytime. Wow. Who never do it? Siapa yang belum pernah? Who did among you that did nothing shopping on online? Never. 2 people. How about you? Have you ever shopping online? Do something 1 time, 2 times? 2 times. Okay. Whoever do shopping online? Please raise your hand. Wow, 90%. Yeah. That's why the retail online retails, the sales is declining. Why? Because people is moving there in the future. Yeah, taxi online. But the governor, the bupati, the wali kota cannot escape from the past. They prefer taxi using argometer rather than GPS. The GPS is something from the future, right? They bring to today, and people today prefer the time rather than the distance. Even though you live about 30 kilometers, but in that area, the traffic is not so busy, right? Takes only 15 minutes. While you are living in the city, only 5 kilometers from campus, but it takes about 1 hour. Which one do you prefer to live? 15 minutes or 1 hour? Distance or times? Yeah, the same like kereta cepat, fast train from Jakarta to Bandung. About 150 to 200 kilometers from Jakarta. But it will only 50 minutes from Bandung to Jakarta. While if you are living in Pondok Gede, it's only about 20 kilometers from Jakarta, but it takes about 2 hours to reach Jakarta. Okay? So there are 3 things here: the past, the present, the future. And you may see here, yeah, the future. Because you are in, this one is a global health leader, right? Yeah? Okay, about health. Okay? Okay, look at this one. Telemedicine. Are you familiar with this one? So someday in the future, if you need help, you don't need to go to the doctor, to the place where the doctor is. Yeah? They can help like this one.
Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, Brittany. I'd like to introduce you to John.
Hi, John. I'm Brittany, one of the nurse practitioners here at Minute Clinic. I'll be taking care of you today along with Lori. Before we get started, do you have any questions about this telehealth visit?
Nothing I can think of. I'm
You
interested
can look
to
up
see
at
how
the
this
screen
works.
and you'll see what I see. So are you ready?
Yep.
Let's start with your throat. I'm going to use this high definition camera so Brittany can see as well. Open wide. Brittany, is that a good view for you?
Yes, that's a clear view. It looks like your throat is irritated. Your tonsils are a little swollen and red, which explains why your throat feels sore. So based on your symptoms, we're going to need to perform a strep throat test. Lori will take a sample of your throat and we'll do the rest of the exam while we wait for the test results.
Now let's take a look at your ears. I'm going to use this scope so Brittany can see. Brittany, is that a good view for you?
Yes, thank you.
So camera is very important, right? Yeah. Okay, like this one when you learn 3D. Yeah. The same with the 3D printing. 3D printing. Yeah. In the past, if you are an architect, you need to develop a maquette. Yeah. the buildings. Yeah, but then today with 3D printing, you just put the picture there, and then the machine will print the building. Yeah, automatically. So it takes about say 12 hours to make the buildings. Okay, the same like what you want, the size that what you want. Okay, but today some people think, oh, why don't we make the building directly rather than just making the market? Yeah, so why don't we make the buildings automatically? So some people do that, and it's already there in the market. Yeah, from Russia, and working with Indonesian company here. Okay. Okay, this one is okay. So tomorrow is today, but by the meaning of tomorrow, what I mean is technology. Yeah, develop technology. That's why learning using technology is very important. Next time, even though you are a doctor, you just not using the old tools to operate to do surgery, right? Using the technology. In the past, I remember when I suffered of what you call it, this one, appendix, yeah, appendicitis, yeah. How do the doctor did to operate the surgery, to do the surgery? They're just using the knife, right? And later on, when my wife has a kista, yeah, and the doctor helped by just making 3 holes on his body, only 3 holes, and the doctor don't look at his stomach, don't look at the body, just look on the computer, the monitor, rather than to look at this one. So they change it. So sometimes I think that for you, don't ask people to stop using Pokemon. Maybe the technology of the future is there. Yeah, like today, if you go to the airplane, especially for Airbus, you can see that most co-pilots are younger than the pilots. Most of the pilots younger than the co-pilots. I asked those people why it's happening. Not only in Indonesia. I was in Toulouse, went to the factory. I asked those people. They said, yes, that's true. Everywhere, the pilot is younger than the co-pilot. Why? Because the technology is developed by using what is that? PlayStation. Your generation, maybe your brother, yeah, PlayStation. When they were young, they learn, they use PlayStation, right? The game of PlayStations. So the operating of the Airbus, something like using the joysticks and some other thing, yeah. But the pilot, because they're the co-pilot, because they're too old to learn to use the PlayStations, it's very hard for them to operate the Airbus. Okay, so the new technology is very important. Control is very important. Yeah, but you don't need to say that. Oh, okay, I don't like Pokemon. Pokemon is haram. Yeah, say that. Okay, this is technology. What do I learn from it? But don't be controlled on it of it. Yeah, some people play, but they are controlled by the mindset, by the mind of the game. Yeah, you need to control it. Okay. Okay, that's 3 things. Okay, the last one. The last one is